Hi everyone, my name is Michel with Michel Real Estate, and this video is for all you buyers out there wondering if you could become an owner of a property here in Luxembourg, but are looking at the market and thinking, is this really the time to buy? Well, let me give you some advice and perhaps you could be a homeowner within the next couple of months. Let's dive right into it. Now I can see a lot of buyers really struggling on the market. Let's not even talk about the sellers. I mean, they are desperate. They want to sell property. They are within a bridge loan and need to get rid of it because they already bought an overpriced property 1 or 2 years ago at the height of the market and need to get rid of that apartment which they were living in before, and there's no buyers to find. Well, you the buyers have opportunities now. Let me explain to you how you could get a deal done in Luxembourg in these difficult marketplaces. I can see you thinking, well, Michel, listen, I cannot even get a loan. How am I going to do it? I mean, I have a good salary, but have you seen the interest rates? They're killing me on this monthly payments if I would take out any kind of loan. Hold on, just a minute. Go and see your banker, but preferably go and see yet another banker and yet another banker. And if you don't want to do all that, just get a loan advisor to do it for you. Figure out what that number is that you could get from the bank. So what is your actual purchasing power and what would be the monthly payments at these different banks. You are still free to go from one bank to another. You can shop around as much as you like and then come back to the market. Now that you know what you can actually afford, you can look on the portals and figure out what might be of interest to you. Now you have two different options. Either you go to a developer or you buy something a little bit older from a private seller. Both options come with opportunities, and let's just dive within the developers. Developers have completely stopped building property here in Luxembourg. Of course, there are still some projects which they need to finish because they have already been sold, but any kind of lots that they have, which they would like to build something in the future, are not being started at all. They are waiting out the situations just as well because, hey, why even build something if there's not enough buyers to purchase these apartments that I'm going to build? I mean, this is not Noah's Ark. It's not, hey, if I build it, they will come. No, this is a business and these people need to make money. And here is the opportunity for you as a buyer. They might be sitting, these developers, on apartments which they cannot get rid of but are already built. Now you as a buyer can go and, first of all, negotiate on that price, which is something we have never seen before here in Luxembourg. So not only can you negotiate on that price, the government will actually give you back 50K if you purchase that property. You, of course, need to file some paperwork to get that money back, but you will get it, guaranteed. The other side of the coin is, of course, the private sellers. Now, some of these are in deep boo-boo. Well, here's why. It's quite simply because they took out a loan, a bridge loan, which now they have to pay back, and guess what? No buyers to get them. So what happened here? Right, so a bridge loan is basically to gap a time period between two transactions. Let's say I want to purchase a house, me and my still girlfriend, soon to be wife and mother of my children, would like to move out of our apartments and get this house. Now the seller of that house wants to get rid of it as soon as possible and will not wait for you to sell those apartments, right? So we go to the bank, get a bridge loan, so we will pay that seller their money and later on sell those apartments. Thing is, they're not selling. Worse than that, they are now over leveraged, meaning that those apartments which are not selling are also under loan terms, so the interest rates are going up, the monthly payment as well. I got a house on the other side that also goes up. And like, oh my God, what am I gonna do? I have to get rid of these properties. I mean, I have to get rid of that loan as soon as possible. Now here comes the hard part. They do not want to sell it under the price that they just bought it. So they might actually have to dig deep into their pockets and get rid of these properties. It's really starting to hurt for them. And you, as a buyer, have an opportunity in that. I know it might not be pleasant for these sellers, but in the end, you need to think about yourself, your family, and your future. So if you can get a deal done in these times, go out and do it. You can negotiate a lot from the price that they want. You can negotiate a lot down. Some of them might have the stomach to keep those properties on, but in the end, after having those properties sit on the market for a year, and I'm talking about private sellers as well as developers, they're one and the same at this point in time. They want to liquidate their assets. They want to get rid of those loans. They want to get rid of those properties. They actually just hope that someone comes by and just, hey, here's some money. Okay, I'll sign. 100K on the price. Sure, I got it. But in the end, I'm done with that property. I've sold it, or I got rid of that loan. Finally, me and my wife and my children can live somewhat quietly in my new house. But you know, I got rid of that property. That's the main concern that I have right now. I don't care if I made a bad deal or if you made a great deal. In the end, I got rid of it. You as a buyer are now thinking, oh my God, okay, so he's telling me that I should go and buy something, get a loan, maybe for 500, 600, 700K, that's all I can get right now. And then go and find a property and then try to negotiate 50, 100K down. I mean, will they accept this? They will. They might not, but they will. In the end, you have so much choice now. You have everything you want and more to choose from. You as a buyer can look at new apartments, older apartments, square meters. Price is no longer relevant. It is not justified anymore. Nobody even knows where they're at anymore. I mean, what is the realistic price in the city? Is it still 10K per square meter? I don't think so. Sorry guys, but this is the reality of these days. Can you buy in the south? Sure you can. I mean, you can buy really big homes. You don't need to sit in an apartment anymore. You can literally choose. So here's the strategy that I'm proposing to you. Get that loan, negotiate down on that price. Now fix that loan for the next couple of years. If you are willing to gamble, go for a 2-3 year fixed loan. Maybe go for a 5-year if you are not that certain about the conditions. If you are very, very hesitant, just fix it for 10 years and see what happens after those 10 years. Now, once that period expires, you can reestablish what you want to do. So, will I do again a fixed loan for the next foreseeable future, like 10 years, maybe just 2 years? May I even consider selling this property, moving into something bigger, because maybe the market did go up by now again and buyers are welcome again at the banks and they are willing to purchase property and there's again a seller's market. In the end, what I'm telling you guys is that you have opportunities out there. You can purchase property. It might be the best deal that you will make ever here in Luxembourg. Why? Because job migration just keeps pulling in people into this country, but we do not have enough property. We do now, but there's not enough property for them to be housed in, considering the price that they want for those properties. So you can make a deal. You should make a deal in these times and move on in a couple of years. There's no point of you guys paying rent to a other landlord while you could be raking in equity and then selling that equity later on. As they say in the economics, buy low, sell high. Hope you will do that. Anyway, I love you guys so much. See you in the next video. My name is Michel with Michel Real Estate. See you. Bye-bye.